Good morning, YouTube. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching. Duty Ron, live from the mobile. We are live from mobile live. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Hello, Sam. Great to see you. Hello, YouTube watcher. Good to have you on. Thank you for coming in, Crystal. Joey is in the house. I feel safe now. Joey Brooklyn is here. Hi, Christine and Nicole. How are you? Trump is in the house. Hello, Macker. Good to see you. We got three. I decided to do a 3-for-1 tonight. I decided to do a 3-for-1. TTNZ. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Chrissy. Hello, Black Too Good. Thank you for joining. How is everybody doing? It is officially Wednesday here in New York City. It's Hump Day. Hump Day in the middle of the week. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Leanne. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Finally caught you when I'm not working. Excellent. Well, I am working. Hello, Ravens Rock. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, guys. Trevor, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. So I have Jussie Smollett, Chriswatts, which, I mean, I technically should have taken that out of the title because there's really not a lot to talk about, but I know so many people like to talk about it. So I figured I'd throw in just a little bit of Chriswatts. But I have updates from the Karina Vetrano trial. It was a very busy day. Sam, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate that. Hello, Jen. Hi, Macker. Hi, Darlene. How are you guys? Thank you for joining. Thank you for the super chat, Sam. You're awesome as well, Sam. You're awesome as well. Let me share it out and get this out of the way. I'm just going to put this as a 3-for-1 broadcast. Come in and chat. Sorry about that, guys. I wish I could do this before I went live. Hi guys. How are you? Good to see you, Jennifer. Thank you for joining. Coffee is good. Coffee is good. It's got to keep me up till 7 a.m. New York time. I love my duty, Ron, says Hales Balls. Nice. LaGrace, thank you for coming in. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Sam the Schnoz is all ears. He is ready for action. All right, let me start out with the most important news of the day. The important news of the day comes from Karina Vetrano's trial. Her mom and her father, Phil and Kathy. I met her mother day one on the trial. When I went on Monday, I actually met her mom. She was sitting right behind me in court, and she's a wonderful woman. She's been through hell and back. She's lost her daughter, and she has to go through a second trial. I was so heartbroken for her when they broke out the crime scene photos and her daughter's naked body was shown on a big parchment, like it was on an easel, like with huge, like huge photos of the crime scene. And I mean, my heart broke for this woman. I'm not in a Prius. I don't own a Prius. I never would own a Prius. But nice try. Nice try. Good to see you, Matt. Thank you for joining. Hi, Meg. How are you? Rose, good to see you. Thanks for joining. That was pretty funny, Tiny Hands. I'm going to let you stay a little while because that was good. Hi, Meg. Good to see you, Meg, Southern Cal. Great to see you. Thanks for joining. It's so tragic. Hi, Hio. Thanks for coming in. Very, very tragic, guys. Very tragic. So, exactly, Janie. So I was sitting right in front of her in the front row. She was behind me with, I think, her sister, and it looked like her brother was there, or brother-in-law. And the whole family was taking up the second row. And this savage beast that took her daughter's life from her was trying to sit and stare and like smirk over at her. It was really something surreal. It didn't seem real, guys. It seemed like it was like a dream going on, because this guy was trying to like snarl, like he was snaring at her. Like he had that like snarl that he was looking. he kept intentionally looking over. And then I talked to the court officers, and they sat a court officer in a chair so as to block him from looking at her. So the court officers had some compassion, which I was happy for. They kind of positioned themselves so he could still look in that direction, but she couldn't see him. I was able to see him because the angle that I had, I was able to still see him looking. And he stared at me several times, and I stared right through him. I actually never unlocked vision. Like, he was looking right at me, and I looked straight back at him, and I just continued to stare. I stared and I stared until he looked away. So definitely an arrogant demon, for sure, Darlene. And it just goes to show you the demeanor and the disposition of these type monsters. These are monsters. These are subhumans. And anybody that can take one person's life is a monster in my eyes. So at the end of the day, my heart broke for her. So yesterday, which we're already into Wednesday here in New York City, so technically it is Wednesday here. Hi, Pooh Bear. Definitely a psychopath, BB. So the court reporters, the embedded reporters, were in the first row on his side. So it's almost like, and I hate to say this, but the courtroom in trials, it's almost like, it's the defendant on one side and then the victim's family on the other. It's almost like when you go to a wedding, the groom's side is on one side. This is nothing close to a wedding, but I'm just giving you an idea. It's one aisle. There's, pews to each side. And, on the right side, as you walked into the courtroom, I have photos of the courtroom. I took photos of the courtroom before court was in session. And the right side was the victim side, and the left side was the perpetrator's family. Hi, Can Mom. Thank you for joining. So we were sitting on the right as you walked in. Black Rose, welcome in. Winky Whispers, thank you for coming in. So when we were sitting there, we watched, obviously, the perpetrator's family and people that were supporting him came in and sat to the left. And there was no remarks. Everybody was civil and everybody was, good. But Karina Vetrano's mom, I kind of turned around and she noticed I was wearing my fugitive enforcement shirt that day, and she turned around. When I would turn, she turned to me and kind of engaged me in conversation. So. Okay, Janie, have a good night. Thank you so much for being in here. Hello, Eddie. Good to see you, Ed Frats. Thank you for joining. So I had a conversation with her, which for me was, it was kind of an honor to speak to the woman, and I let her know that, obviously my heart breaks for her and her family, and I sent her, warm regards from the law enforcement community, and that was the best that I could have done. I didn't know what to say because I didn't plan on speaking to her. To be honest with you, I didn't plan on speaking to her, but she kind of engaged me. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Ann, thank you for joining. So she engaged me, and I gave her, what I felt was the best response that I could give her back, and she was very understanding and said thank you for all the hard work that the warrant squad did in trying to apprehend the savage beast that took her daughter's life in such a horrific manner. So she was aware, her and her husband, I didn't meet him, she was aware of the hard work that the detectives did for 6 months until they came up with the perpetrator. So, yeah, it was. She asked me for my business card, and I gave her my phone, I gave her my card and everything like that. And, when we walked out for the afternoon break, I don't know if you guys saw the news clip, but I walked out of the courtroom and she was right behind me because we kind of walked out together, and she was right behind me, and she asked under her breath, like, help shade me from these reporters, because there was a whole receiving line of reporters shooting photos as she exited the courtroom. So, like, really no privacy for her in her reliving. She has to relive the murder of her daughter, and hear the prosecution go over step by step what was done to her, how this guy choked the life out of her daughter, and she had to sit there in the audience and listen to that. So for me, it was like being victimized all over again, guys. It is what it is. But the courts have to do their job. But it's like almost being victimized a second time, you know. I mean, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, to begin with. So, I was just mortified that she had to obviously go through this again. So, when we broke for lunch and then came back, there was less people in the afternoon session. There you go, Joe. I know you just find inner strength, obviously. But when we came back, there was less people there. I noticed that some of the people that were there in the morning obviously weren't back for the afternoon session. And I was happy that I went back because I got to hear a little bit about what was going to go on during the week. And there was three police officers, two detectives and one police officer called up, and I listened to their I listened to the prosecution question them, and then I listened to the cross-examination. And basically what I got from the defense on the police, they were trying to show that there was a breakdown, a chain of custody of the evidence. They were trying to break down every aspect. Hello, Big Juicy. Good to see you, Big Juice. They were trying to break down every aspect of what the police did. And they were trying to find fault and trying to trip up the witnesses, the police officers, the detectives. The first detective that was called up was from the Taru unit, and they are very well versed in courtroom testimony. They do a lot of trials. They do a lot of testimony. And this female defense attorney, she was no match for this 25-year police veteran. This detective from Taru ate her up. I mean, she was trying to trip him up on times and on locations, and he just gave it to her, and I was so happy and proud. I just was like, yes, good job, And I've been in that seat. I've been in that seat where I've been cross-examined many, many a times on trials, and it's uncomfortable because you don't know what they're going to send to you. You don't know what they're going to what questions they're going to throw out at you. It's all a mystery. The prosecution doesn't know what the legal team is the defense is gonna send question-wise to you. Good night, Raquel. Thank you for coming in. So he did a great job. The police officer who had about 14 years on the job, who was the first officer on the scene. Ron, is the Lady Justice Channel recording this trial? I'm not sure what that question is. I don't know, Linda, what you're saying, but they broadcast on CBS TV. The judge authorized opening statements to be broadcast by one TV station. Just the opening statements from the prosecution and from the defense. The rest of it is not. The rest of it is not being broadcast. The rest of it's not being broadcast. So that was Monday. Yesterday and now today is Wednesday, but technically Tuesday, day 2. Karina Vetrano's mom was called up as a witness, and the father was called up as a witness. And I believe, from what I got from my court officer friend, hi Kat, welcome in, thank you for joining. I apologize, I haven't been looking at the comments, but I'm trying to get out my thoughts. So day 2, the mom, Kathy Vetrano, and Phil Vetrano were called up to the witness stand as witnesses. And I believe, and this is what I got from my court officer connection, the defense, the defense attorneys, the Legal Aid Society, referred to her daughter as Katrina Vetrano, and that's not her name, it's Karina. And they kept calling her Katrina 2 or 3 times. And the mother, God bless her, and God bless her for her strength, she said, "Excuse me? That's not my daughter's name. You're saying my daughter's name wrong. It's not Katrina, it's Karina." And she corrected her 2 or 3 times. The news reported it twice, but I heard from a friend who's a court officer in the room, in that courtroom, said they did it 3 times. How do you do that 3 different times? It's so disrespectful. So I'm hoping that the jury saw that, and not that that's going to sway them in their decision, but it's not going to make them favor the defense attorneys. You know, the defense attorneys should know this. And how dare you now re-victimize this poor woman who's got to get up on the stand and testify, you know, to the fact that, you know, she saw her daughter, and she, you know, her husband had to bring the news to her that her daughter was brutally slain and sexually assaulted. I mean, are you kidding me with that? That to me is like beyond reproach. I can't even believe that. When I heard that, when my friend told me that, I said, that can't be. That can't be. They're not that dumb. But apparently they are. Apparently they are, guys. So, crazy things went on in day 2. Phil Vetrano got on the stand, and he spoke about, obviously, his search for his daughter. He spoke about what he did with the police officers that assisted in the searching. He spoke about his recovery and what he did when he found his daughter. The defense, I am sure, if they haven't done it already, are breaking apart and trying to show that the crime scene was tainted by her father, by his actions when he grabbed his daughter and held her. Just like any father would do, when he grabbed his daughter and instinctively was holding her and hugging her, he was holding her face down, he lifted her up and held her back to his chest and had his arms around her and lifted her up off the floor, off the ground where she was face down, partially naked. He grabbed his daughter and said he wanted to bring her home, and the police immediately stopped him. Cheryl, I spoke about this on my last, but I'll briefly tell you. There was the defense created reasonable doubt on 3 separate areas. The way defendant was, the confession was given, and the way he was apprehended, the way the evidence was collected, and also the DNA results. They questioned DNA, and they created a reasonable doubt for the jury, and they were unable to come up with a verdict. So when you don't have everybody on the same page, you have a hung jury. So that's why we are where we are right now in the second trial. It's very sad, Meg. It's very sad. So they're going to question, the defense is going to question Phil Vetrano. They're going to say to him, you know, you moved your daughter and you didn't put her back exactly where she was left, therefore tainting the crime scene. Hi, Susan. How are you? Good to see you. So that's a juicy piece of a problem that the prosecution has to overcome, and that the defense is going to home in on. Sassy, thank you for joining. I know you've been here for a little bit, but love and respect to you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you to Winky Whispers, and thank you to Black Rose, and thank you to Trevor and all the great ones out there. All of my Patreon supporters, thank you so much for that. Love and respect to you guys, and also the Super Chat. Exactly, Josh. So this trial, albeit everything seemed to have gone in place. Hello, Hinsdale girl. Good to see you, Michelle. Thank you. That's Michelle with 1L. Hello from Nebraska. Welcome in, Heidi. So, albeit it was some great police work and great detective work. I don't know if you guys have seen, I uploaded Lieutenant Russo's 911 call on Memorial Day weekend in 2016, which led to the identification of this perpetrator. Lieutenant Russo, if you go and listen to my 911 call that I uploaded, I uploaded it just today. If you go and listen to that call, because of his great concern for crime on and off duty, this just goes to show you that police officers are always on duty, whether they're off or not. So this guy had his daughter in a baby seat in the back of his car. He followed a suspicious male around in the neighborhood because he was doing suspicious activity. He called 911. He took police action by calling 911, and that was in May of 2016. This defendant, this subhuman, killed Karina Vetrano in August 2nd. So just a few months later. Hello from Hawaii. Welcome in. Aloha. So if Lieutenant Russo didn't make that call, and then a business owner the very next day made the same kind of call for a similar situation, the same perpetrator, he was called up on twice. So it goes to show you that Chanel Lewis frequent Howard Beach. When he would get into his angry rages, he would frequent Howard Beach and walk around. Dad's DNA was not mixed in with the they label it as before they had the perpetrator DNA sample 1 or DNA sample A. DNA sample A was not mixed with Phil Vetrano's, with the father's DNA. The father's DNA was separated, identified way before they had this perpetrator in custody. The DNA from under her fingernails and on her neck where she was choked to death, and on her cell phone, which her father never touched. The father never touched her neck. The father never touched the cell phone, and he never got DNA underneath her fingernails because she fought him off. So those DNA samples are not tainted by what the father did. But what they're trying to say is that once you taint or tarnish a crime scene, it becomes contaminated. And then in the court of law, they can use these technicalities to make a jury have some reasonable doubt. So the actions by Lieutenant Russo, MJ, exactly. If he hadn't done that, we would not have this. We would have probably no perpetrator in custody right now. Love you right back, Leslie. Thank you for that. So because of the great police work of Lieutenant Russo and him now thinking 6 months later when the case went cold, he said, wait a minute, have we questioned this guy? Have we questioned this guy? And the answer was no. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you. So the answer was no, we didn't question this guy. So he sent out the 2 detectives, and the rest of it was history. The rest of it is history. That's how you have this perpetrator in custody. And I feel very confident that this new jury is going to return a guilty plea. They're going to return a guilty verdict. So I feel, hello, Becky Ponce. Thank you for joining. I feel that the new jury that they selected is going to return a guilty plea. I have full confidence that that is going to happen, guys. I really do. I feel strongly about it. I really do. I feel very strongly about it. Sorry about those noises. Anyways, so hold on a second. Hold on, guys. I don't know why I did that. I did that by mistake. Fat fingers. Can someone unmute Can Mom? I did that by mistake. Hold on. Put user in timeout. Uh, I just hit her. I hit her by mistake. Shit. How do I undo that? Fungal. I hit her. Can someone tell me how to do that? Um, Honey Badger got. All right, guys. Joey or somebody undo Honey Badger's comment. I think somebody did. And then Can Mom got hidden by me. Fuck. How do I undo that? Oh well. I don't know how to do it. Hi. Hover over her and it will come up. Thank you, Tori. Let me try that. My phone's not letting me do it. All right, I'm not going to get too caught up in it. Anyways, I'll have to try to make that correction afterwards. But Honey Badger is my friend. Don't time her out. I think Michelle might have did that by accident. So, great police work, and then police follow-up work, gut instincts. The gut instinct of Lieutenant Russo was instrumental in apprehending this perpetrator. Hello, Chrissy C. Good to see you. Tori, thank you so much for coming in. I know Leslie. I said hello to her already. Good to have you in, Tori. Always a pleasure. Everyone subscribe to Tori. Her channel is fantastic. I am an avid watcher of her replays. I sometimes don't catch Tori Hartman live, and if I don't catch her live, I always watch her replays. So all of my friends from Periscope and on my end, please go subscribe to Tori. She's fantastic. She's got a lot of really great insight, and she runs a really respectful channel. So I highly recommend her going on over there. So I'm not finished with Vetrano. I'm not going to jump into Jussie yet, RN, but I'm going to get to it really soon. It's okay, Hinsdale girl. It's all right. So, so guys, let me finish up with the Vetrano case. So, so day 2 of Vetrano. Much respect for you, Tori. Awesome. And, you know, I don't just throw those things out loosely. I throw them out to the people, obviously, who I feel deserve that accolade. And you have a well put together and well structured broadcast. So I enjoy watching you. There's not many channels that I enjoy watching, and yours is definitely one of them. Anyways, so day 2, the mother and father now have to go through this mental anguish and torture again, you know, being cross-examined by the defense. It's okay, don't worry about it, forget about it, Michelle, it's all good, we took care of it, it's no problem. And you're always welcome to stay, and don't get yourself down about it, because it's nothing. So cross-examined by the defense, the mother, they mentioned her daughter 3 different times the wrong name. Aloha, Leslie, aloha. So they mentioned her name wrong. I said this 3 times. How insulting is that? How insulting is that? It is horrific. There's no excuse for it. I'm appalled by it. And if I was there in that courtroom, I'm telling you, I would let a gasp out. I'm sure that many people let gasps out when they did that. The defense did it 3 times. 3 separate times in cross-examination of the witness, of the mom, on the stand. And the mom, God bless her, said, "Excuse me? That's not how my daughter's name's pronounced." And she corrected her. But she had to do it 3 times. I don't get it. Anyways, so the father is going to continue his testimony tomorrow, and they're going to call up some forensic experts, some crime scene detectives, and some DNA specialists from the crime scene lab. So there'll be some crime scene detectives, there'll be crime scene forensics, professional testimony tomorrow in day 3. This trial is going to go forward every day until the prosecution rests their case. So they're anticipating 3 weeks. I'm going to tell you right here and right now, guys. I'm going to tell you right here and right now. I will be at the verdict. I will be there, as I was there for opening statements. I will promise you this. I will be there reporting live from the courthouse on verdict day. I will be in that courtroom when the verdict is read. I will be there. And I'll bring it to you outside the courthouse moments later. I'll bring it to you live as soon as I get out of the courthouse. So look for some of my Twitter feeds. I will be tweeting about it from inside the courtroom. I could tweet while I'm inside there. I can't give information. It took place 2 years ago, Cheryl. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So it's a legal aid team, Aaron. He's been provided legal aid. You're welcome, Open Minds. My pleasure. Is the defendant a special needs person? No, he is not. He is not. I get that question a lot, and I answer the question no, because he is found fit to stand trial. He's found fit to stand trial. So the answer to that is no. He might give the appearance that he is a little slow, but he has not. There's no mental defect with him. So yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I am a retired New York City police detective. This case is near and dear to me because A, my warrant squad worked hard on this case to try to find a perpetrator, and B, the great detectives from Taru, Crime Scene, Major Case Homicide, these are all men and women who I work side by side with. I know I met 2 detectives that I used to work with in the courtroom on Monday. So these are the very people that I worked with, and these are the greatest detectives in the world. They did a fantastic job on bringing justice to this family. Now it's up to the justice system, the DA's, prosecutors, the DA's office, to bring this case to a guilty verdict. So I am hoping and praying, and I'm hoping that this new jury that they picked, all of them seem older than the first jury. There's a lot more mature men and women on this jury. I was sitting right in front of them. I could see them. I could see right in their eyes. They were right in front of me. And I was watching some of their mannerisms and things of that nature. And it seemed like they were very, very, locked in on this case. So, here, that completes the Karina Vetrano case. I will update you guys tomorrow. Good night, Rain Dancer. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you to each and every one of you coming in. Like I said, Duty Ron here. My first name is Ron. I am a retired New York City police detective. He is not in protective custody, Aaron. He is not in protective custody. Thank you, True Helper. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for those kind words. I would love to write your story. I have a story to tell. Let me tell you. I have a story to tell. I did a lot of, I worked on a lot of cases in my time. Worked on a lot of cases, guys. So I was looking through some of my old memo books today. I had a box of all my retired stuff, and I looked through some of my memo books and some of my arrest paperwork, and I've got stuff. I could sit and do show after show with you guys on some of my paperwork and my arrest cases. I plan on putting together something for you guys. That'll be a show that you don't want to miss, because I plan to put together some of my best cases that I worked on and have the paperwork and go through it and talk about it with you guys. So that should be an interesting broadcast. Somebody gave me that idea in an email. So if you guys have my email, it's dutyron@aol.com. Send me emails with ideas for shows. And a lot of people were doing that in the beginning, and then it kind of tapered off. Good night, Linda. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you being in here, and much love and respect to you and your people over in your country. I am always thinking about you guys. Great to see you, Randy. How are you? Randy checking in. Randy Horton from Saudi Arabia, my good friend. Thank you so much for coming in. dutyron@aol.com. And also, I have my own website, dutyron.com. dutyron.com. So let's get to Jussie Smollett. Let's get to the Jussie Smollett case. There's not a lot of new to report on it, but I'm going to tell you this: the prosecutor recused herself because she had some inside communication with the Smollett family. She recused herself from the case, which is always not a great thing. She recused herself once she realized that he put up a bullcrap story, and she was basically on Team Smollett when she thought he was a heinous crime was committed against him. Once she saw that all unraveling, she said, holy crap, I've already put myself too far deep into this, and she recused herself because she was already on his side and giving the family advice, which is a big no-no for a prosecutor. It's a big no-no for the attorney general. So she recused herself, and she backed out because she knew she had to. So now the FOP, who's never had any like for her, yeah, she had to get out. Anyhow, the FOP, that's the Fraternal Order of Police, never really liked this woman. And now I'm not mentioning names here. I'm not mentioning her by name or anything like that for a reason. But she's gonna be in a little bit of hot water with this. So we'll see how that unfolds. But I'm not one to sit and speculate. But she's not out of any, out of the she's in a gray area, and she recused herself for good reason, and she's being a little stubborn about giving information. The FBI was looking at the case, but once they realized that he just told a bullcrap story, there was no need to have the FBI come in and get involved, because now once they realized that they have, thank you, Tori, once they realized they had a guy who was telling a BS story and it was all just made up, the FBI backed away from it, and they're just letting the Chicago PD and the regular district attorney go after him. He's got 16 counts of felony. I think it's now 17 counts. He is up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, and that's to put it lightly. And I still, to this day, get emails from people and comments. But people, oh, he's going to be okay. Listen, there's a whole bunch of awards that he was potentially being put up for. Like, I forgot the name of the award, but it was like, it was through like, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but he was up for some wonderful award through the black community, and they are saying they don't want to give it to him. They don't want him to be considered for it. I don't remember what it was, but I read it the other day, and he's totally now screwed out. He's totally screwed. I don't know if it's an SB. I don't think it was. I could Google it and look at it, but I'm in my car. I'm in a mobile right now. I'm doing a executive protection assignment tonight, so I'm on a client who's sleeping in his home. So it's a pretty easy assignment for me here tonight. I got my client. He's tucked away to sleep, and I'm just guarding his premise right now. So tomorrow, Tori is going to be talking about the college payoffs. That's another whole big issue too. I mean, I have a lot to say about that. I got a lot to say about that too, but I'm not going to go into it here. So he will get jail time. This guy is going to go to jail. He may get forced to pay restitution to the Chicago Police Department. Good morning from Puerto Rico. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Puerto Banus. Oh, okay. I misread that. Welcome in. So, he is up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. I'll put it to you lightly. That's the best way I can put it to you. So this guy is going to see jail time, and he's not going to fare well in jail. I will tell you that right now. He is not going to fare well in jail. So, Hio, I said hi twice to you. I don't know why you need to do that, but hi. Hi, Hio. Hi. How are you? He's definitely going to get, he's definitely going to get, he's definitely going to get some jail time. There's no question about it. He's definitely going to get jail time, and I have no question in my mind that he is going to be he's going to be made definitely going to be made a less. He's going to be. They want to send a message to other people that that's not cool to do that. What he did was really bad. I mean, anybody that wants to defend this guy, I can say to this right now, right here and right now, I don't need to be friends with you. If you want to defend somebody that has taken action like that, what he did, he took our country and put it 30 steps backwards or more. It was horrific what he did. This guy is a disgrace to the acting community. He's a disgrace to himself. He's a disgrace to his race. He's a disgrace to America. This guy is, in my eyes, a low-life dirtbag. And I'm sorry, guys. Say what you want about me. I call things as I see it. This guy is a low-life dirtbag. And he did have some talent. I won't deny that. He had talent until he committed what he did here. What he did here is inexcusable. That is, I'm not going to go into the details because it brings up a lot of hate. But what he did, we all know what he did. That is the lowest thing that you can do, And he was a very he was a very vocal activist for the LGBT community, for African Americans. He was outspoken on a lot of issues, and now everything that he has done, everything good that he has done in the past, it's all went down the drain, Exactly, Tori. Exactly. I mean, that's just a small aspect to it. So this guy was a main actor. He wasn't just a small little part in Empire. I didn't watch the show. I never saw one episode of the show, but I understand that he was a singer. He played a gay male, which he is in real life, and he played, according to my wife, he was good at his part, and he was a good actor. He had talent. My wife watched the show, but I don't watch it. I never watched it. Never watched one episode. I've seen it on the TV in my house, but I never sat there and watched it. So he was up for an award, and the whatchamacallit, the people who were going to give him the award said to him that we're not going to do this anymore. We can't have him up for this for potentially getting this accolade, and rightfully so. This guy is a disgrace. He's a total disgrace, and I said it that he wouldn't be working when I first went live with this. I said that he would be thrown off the job. He would be thrown off the job. Of his acting job, and everyone was like, "Oh, he'll be fine. He's gonna bounce back. It's gonna be okay." I don't think so. They quickly said that they were backing him up in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, Fox, I think it's Fox, who he was employed by. Hello, Selena. Good to see you. Fox said that oh, we're gonna wait this out and see see how this goes, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was done. He was done. When the indictments came down, when he got indicted, that was it. It was over. So at the end of the day, this guy is going to get some jail time. It may not be a lot, but mark my words, he will get some jail time. And just today, I got a message from somebody. He's going to fight this case and he's going to win it. Okay, if you feel that, I respect it. I respect everybody. I respect everybody's opinion, but I don't have to agree with it. He will fight it, and he will lose, because I believe I said that he won't even fight the charges, but he is so delusional. He feels that he can buy his way out of this with a good attorney. There's no way that any good attorney is going to be able to get him out of this. This is not a fightable crime. This is not a fightable offense that he committed. But the attorneys are bloodsuckers. They are going to take his money. What attorney is not going to say, "Oh, I won't represent you"? This is an opportunity for an attorney to get some exposure. So they're going to suck the money out of him and just chain pull him along. The NAACP Image Award is the one of the highest honors in the community. That was the that was the award, because I have it up. I just looked it up. I just chose not to say it, but thank you, Aaron Joseph. That was, I have it right here. So I actually just looked it up on my secondary. So Jussie Smollett, a disgrace, a real low life dirtbag. Susan, thank you for the super chat. Susan Walls, thank you so much for thanking me for all I do. Thank you for thanking me. Much love and respect. Guys, I value each and every one of your time. I try to pay attention to the comments while also giving my staying focused. That's not an easy thing to do. A lot of people that I watch don't even acknowledge the comments and then take a segment at the end to acknowledge comments. I like to make it a little more interesting for you guys, because we're all here for engagement. So some people don't like that I do it, but this is my style. I like to engage. I like to engage the viewers. I like to keep everyone engaged. So if I just ignore comments, good night, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Good night, open minds. I like to engage because this is the very thing that we're on here for. We want to have engagement with the broadcaster, because I'm also a viewer when I'm not broadcasting. I go around and I watch people. If I'm sitting in someone's broadcast and I'm sending them comments and they're not watching, they're not acknowledging ever, it's a hard sell for me to hang out there. I'm content without any comments. There you go. To each their own. Your style is great, says Jennifer. Thank you so much for that. With or without is great for me. I like somebody that's easy like that. Aaron says, you make us feel important. I make you feel engaged, and I make you feel like we're hanging out and talking. Joey Brooklyn 67, Joey BKLYN _67. He's a great friend of mine. Please subscribe to him. I'm trying to get him up to 1,000 subscribers. He's in the 600s. Let's please subscribe to Joey. He's a respectful, great human being. He brings great content from all over the 5 boroughs of New York City. He'll show you the Statue of Liberty. He'll show you New York Harbor. He'll show you the Verrazano Bridge. He'll show you the Brooklyn Bridge. He'll show you Little Italy. And he knows everything about New York City. And he speaks and sounds like a true Italian American. If you haven't heard Joey Brooklyn's voice, Joey BKLYN _67, you're missing out on a lot of goodness. He's a really cool guy. Linda, thank you so much for coming back from dinner. Check out Joey BKLYN _67. I wouldn't steer you wrong. That's coming from a retired New York City police detective. So there he is, Joey BKLYN _67. He, just a little tidbit here, he and his wife took me and my wife to Little Italy and gave us the tour. He gave us the tour of everything Italian in Little Italy. And he brought us to a restaurant that was off the charts. Off the charts. I am Italian, Nick. So Joey Brooklyn _67 is a fantastic guy. Go check out his channel. All right, let's segue on to a subject that I don't really like to talk about, because I'm done with the case. I'm done with Christopher Watts. But let's bring it back up and let's get the ball rolling on this. Nothing new to report other than the guy is full of crap, and that anything that he says out of his mouth is going to be taken with a grain of salt, because you can't believe a pathological liar, a narcissistic animal, psycho, sick, demented, twisted, all of the above. I mean, I can't say any more about this freaking guy. So there's nothing new to report about him. He's in jail where he belongs. I hope he gets his ass kicked and his ass handed to him. And I don't really ever say that much about people. I'm not a violent person. I don't like to wish ill will on somebody. But if there was someone I was going to wish ill will on, he's the guy. He's the guy. I'm not wishing ill will on anybody. I'm the kind of guy who likes to bring people up and lift people up, show peace and positivity. But this guy, what he did, does not deserve the sweat off of my you-know-what. So I don't wish him an easy day going forward. I hope he gets his ass handed to him in jail. I hope he has a hard time every day, every minute, every waking moment. I hope he's tortured by the inmates in Milwaukee, where he is, or in Wisconsin. So that's how I feel. I don't ignore comments because people are still sending me questions and comments about this guy. I know that people are passionate about it. I respect it, but you gotta just let it go. You gotta let it go. This guy is in jail. They're not locking up his girlfriend, the home wrecking whore or whatever you want to call her. They're not locking her up. She is basically in the clear. I'm not saying that she didn't know anything about it. I'm not saying that she didn't do anything behind the scenes and was in with the planning or maybe trying to help him. Who knows? But there was not enough evidence to arrest her. If there was enough evidence, I know this as a detective, that she would be locked up. She would be locked up. So let's just try to get past that and just move on with our lives. Let's move on with our lives. Yes, that's what I said, Melissa. That's what I said. Home wrecking whore. Yes. I'm sure. I'm sure, but who knows? Who knows? She's not in the witness protection program. Just for your information, Ords Brown. That's a ridiculous statement. She's not in any witness protection program because she wasn't a witness to anything. There's no trial. There's no testimony. She's not a witness. You have to be a witness to be in the witness protection program. Just an FYI. Ross, I accepted your friend's request on Twitter. I know you are, you're now my friend. Thank you so much for that super chat. And thank you for thanking me for my service. And thank you for your service. Love your insights. Keep up the great work, says Sue Steele. Thank you, Sue. Love and respect back to you. Appreciate it. So, guys, take my advice. Let this go. It's unhealthy to just sit and dwell over it and go over the same stuff over and over and over again. I'm not poo-pooing anything. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not saying anything. Hello, Kathy. Bow, wow, wow. Yippee-yo, yippee-yay is in the house. Matty boy, I like that you're laughing. You know, for all intents purposes, Sheila, the person who did the murders is in jail. We have no proof that she did anything. You can't convict somebody on shadows or grainy videos or suspicions or thoughts. You need hard evidence. Look at the Karina Vetrano case. We have DNA. We have DNA on her cell phone, on her neck from him choking and killing her. We have DNA underneath her fingernails. And there was a freaking... they weren't able to come up with a conviction on that. You think they're going to lock up NK just because there were shadows in the video and that we think we saw her going back and forth? She was in the basement. Nobody knows it. Nobody saw it. It's all speculation. You know, we have DNA evidence and in the Karina Vetrano case, and we got a hung jury. You think they're going to go and lock up this woman based on a grainy video with shadows? Come on, guys. Let's use our heads. We're all intelligent human beings. Let's not get fooled by all the hoopla. The hoopla is exactly what it is, okay? Hoopla is hoopla, but we're all entitled to think and talk about and obsess to our heart's content. That's what's great part about America. It's a free country. You can just go and you can obsess all you want. I personally choose not to do that. My day was good, Hio. My day was good. So I choose not to do that. Um, so at the end of the day, guys, if you don't have enough evidence to get a conviction, they're not going to make an arrest. And we can agree to disagree, but they don't have enough evidence to even make a summary arrest. The deleted text messages is not a crime. It's not a crime, guys. Please, I implore you to get over that. Deleted text messages is not a crime. And if there was text messages that she deleted, I know for a fact, and nobody wants to listen to me, that computer crimes and the FBI and our federal government can take messages that were deleted, because NK and Chriswatts are not smart enough to go and hire a real techie person to delete their messages. Because if you simply just delete a message or restart your phone back to factory settings, all of that crap can be taken out of the phone. I don't care what anybody says. I know it for a fact. As a seasoned investigator, I worked in computer crimes. And if you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. You cannot listen to me. But her messages were all taken out and reviewed, and they were deemed not criminal. It didn't imply or implicate her in a crime. If so, she would have already been in handcuffs and she would have been locked up. So I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm not wasting any more time on this. I actually promised that I wasn't going to talk about this case, but now I figured I'd give you a little tidbit just to go over it. If you guys, want to hate on me for telling you the truth, you can do that. But I don't really care. At the end of the day, I'm giving you good, solid information. Whatever she deleted, they saw, and they were like, all she was doing, was not talking about implicating herself in a crime. So, whatever, Dana, it doesn't matter. You can't, I'm just saying, I appreciate that you said it, but it doesn't matter, because you can't convict on symbols. You can't convict on garbled messages. You need substantial evidence. So, there you go. There you go. Exactly. Me too. I'm all about respect. I'm all about, honoring our people who are taken from us, the murder victims, the little girls, his Shanann, and that's what I'm all about. We have to honor and never forget. Never forget. So, I gave you guys a 3-for-1 here tonight. I gave you a 3-for-1. You honor the lost. You honor the families, just as I did at the Karina Vetrano opening statement at the trial on Monday. I saw the mom behind me. I respected her and didn't engage her, but once she started, engaging me, I respectfully spoke to her and showed her. I don't know these people from a hole in the wall other than seeing them on the news. But I engaged her. I walked out of the courtroom with her. I shielded her from the reporters the best I could. And, she took my business card, and she has my email and my phone number and all of my stuff. What she does with it is up to her. Good night, Tori. Thank you for being in here. Everybody go subscribe to Tori Hartman. She's a wonderful woman. She's respectful. She's knowledgeable. She's smart. And she runs a really great channel. So go subscribe to Tori Hartman. You will catch me there on her broadcast when she goes live, if I'm available. You will definitely catch me on her broadcast, and share out her lives. Anytime you go into someone's live, share it out onto your social. It's a good thing to do. It helps the broadcaster with extra exposure on other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So when she goes live, share her out. Share my broadcast out, and share all the other great ones out. Tori is on tomorrow night. I'm going to definitely try to catch her tomorrow night. Excellent, Joey. You won't regret it. She is really wonderful. She's a wonderful woman, and she's well-spoken. So I really do have a lot of admiration for her. She's awesome. So thanks for coming in, Tori. So what's everybody else doing? How's everybody's day? How is everybody's Tuesday? It is now Wednesday here in New York City, 1:10 a.m. on the East Coast, New York City. I agree, Paula. I agree. Tori is a great friend of mine. She is awesome. She's awesome sauce. Really like Tori a lot. So I'm glad that I ran across her channel. She is really awesome. So, Frankie Rusek contacted Tori. That is awesome, Dana. And I know that she was respectful to him and probably helpful. So, anyways, that's the story. If anybody's new on this broadcast, let me know where you're watching, city and state. I'll give you a shout out. Let me know what country you're in, or if you're outside of the U.S. Let me know where you're watching from, and I'll give you a shout out. Hello, Pat. Camaro Pat is in the building. Good to see you, Pat, from upstate New York. Good to see you. What's going on with the gun laws in New Zealand? I hope they seem to be changing them, and for good cause. It's cold. It's cold. Chicago, Illinois. Welcome in. Minneapolis, Minnesota. MN checking in. Florida says Pooh Bear. Perth, Australia. Put a prawn on the Barbie, I hope. Put a prawn on the Barbie. Lexington, Michigan. Ventura, California checking in. Southwest Louisiana. Oh, Louisiana. Some crawfish. Bakersfield, California checking in. Montana. Billings, Montana. I have a friend that lives in Billings. San Diego, beautiful, beautiful San Diego. I love the Gaslamp District. Boston, oh, Northwest Connecticut. Minneapolis, Ventura, I love Ventura. New Zealand, welcome in, Kia Ora. Who else is here? Denver, Colorado, Arizona, North Carolina, Salt Lake City, the Bronx. Boogie down, Bronx. Who else? Veggie Vibes in bed, North Carolina, says Dorian. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome in from Arizona and Alberta, California, Calgary, Canada, Quebec. Nice. Vancouver. A lot of Canada, a lot of Canadians. Awesome. Love the great people of Canada. They're our allies. The Canadians, we share a border with them. They're awesome. Confiscating guns in New Zealand. Sorry, so only the crooks will have them. There you go. Well, listen, Dana, I'm not here to poo-poo what New Zealand is doing and what their laws are. It's their country, and I have to respect it. Hello, Sonia. Frankie R. Shouldn't trust anyone. Just saying. Frankie R. Shouldn't trust anyone. Just saying. Listen, I respect your opinion. How are you, Sonia? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Loving Vapes _70. We love you right back. Thank you so much. Love the great people of Canada. Love it. Hi, Duty Ron. Pete in Bismarck, North Dakota. What's up, Pete? Hello from Alberta, Canada. But from Puerto Rico. Detroit, Michigan. Nice. That is awesome. Cold though, right? Hey, Ron, what do you think about the college admission scandal? I think that's a bunch of jagaloons. Those people are disgraces, and now they're being trampled through the media, and their dirty laundry is being aired. They should all be ashamed of themselves and embarrassed. I know it's been going on a long time, but shame on you. Shame. How about that? There's the NYPD's website. There's the NYPD. Camaro Pat is saying hello. Hello, Pat. Good to see you. There you go, Cheryl. I call it as I see it. Girls and boys. I call it as I see it. I took a tour with Dutch in New York. He is awesome. Go follow Dutch Maz. DUTCHMAZZ. Right? Double Z, I believe it is. Love and respect to you, Dorian, 1969. Listen, 1969 was a very good year. It was a very good year. Hio wants a quick flex. I don't know what you're referring to, but you're being kind of odd again tonight, but that's just par for the course. Long-time first fan, says Duty Ron. Long-time watcher from San Francisco. Awesome. I love it. Such a disappointment, says Johanna. Yes, those people are disappointing, to say the least. Anybody here other than me that hasn't been to New York, says Gambling Knowledge? Hi, Linda. How are you? So we covered 3 cases tonight. We covered, and we didn't go in details, but we covered, first and foremost, the Karina Vetrano case. We talked about ex-actor, former star, Jussie Smollett, and then we talked about Chriswatts. So we covered, it was a 3-for-1 broadcast, a 3-for-1 broadcast. Well, when you come to New York, you let me know, and I'll give you the keys to the city. I'll give you the keys to the city if you come to New York. I have dueling broadcasts going. I have one here and one here. So I'm going to look at the comments over here on this broadcast. Do you think they are still investigating anyone involved? Which, you got to be more specific, Cheryl. You got to be more specific. Involved in what? Involved in what? Which case are you referring to? The trifecta. I gave you a trifecta. That is correct, Winky. I'm writing that down at Duty Ron, says Johanna. There you go. You don't need to write it down. I'm a man of my word. Trust me. Ask anybody who knows me in here. If I say something, I do it. I do it. You've never been, DiStefano. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you can come. We don't give big apples out. We just give the keys to the city, Hio. Too scared, I'd have to go alone. Well, you're never alone if Duty Ron is going to be your personal tour guide. I carry a firearm on me at all times. I'm always packing. Take me up on it. I implore you to take me up on it. But give me at least 2 months in advance notice. I require 2 months advance notice, guys. 2 months. 2 months advance notice. Dorian's been obsessed with the whole mafia stuff all of her life. Wow. Okay. I should have slowed the chat down because I see it's going really fast. Thank you, Ron, and all your team and all that your team does. Thank you for thanking me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. You're so charming and genuine. You restore my faith. Gail, much respect for you. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad that you enjoyed the channel. I'm really glad. I would love to have you as a tour guide. We would buy you a steak dinner too. I would enjoy both you, Sonia, and your husband Gary's company. I'm telling you right now, I would really enjoy. You seem like wonderful people, and I will take you up on the steak dinner as long as it's a 32 ounce or above. I need a nice steak. I want to bring home a doggy bag so I can feed it to little Oscar, my little dog. No more cases. No more cases tonight. We're done with the cases. I did a trifecta. I did a trifecta. It was a 3-for-1. 3-for-1, guys. Yeah. So I gotta say, I'm gonna tell you this, guys. I'm gonna go out on a limb right here and right now. I really am impressed with some of the really nice people that I've met from YouTube. I've really come into contact with some really wonderful people. And I'm going to give some shout outs to these people who I've come into contact with. Michelle, welcome in. Welcome in, Michelle. Good to see you. I got to tell you, Winky Whispers, Black Rose, Tori Hartman, Red Lotus, Kim Lowry, Oni and all those guys I knew from Periscope, so I already knew Oni and all that whole crew. I knew Chaz from Periscope, so I'm just talking about the YouTube authentic, like people who never had anything to do with Periscope. So, I mean, just so many really nice people. It's just, Paper Angel ASMR, Sonia is super, super sweet. And there's so many people. I know I left out a lot, but there are so many really cool people. Dinner cooked now, so we'll pay. Okay. Gotcha, Linda. Enjoy it. If you ever make it down to New Zealand, get in touch. I definitely will. I will get in touch. I've run into gamble knowledge. I ran into a lot of really good people here, man. I am pleasantly surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. And I think part of the reason why is because I choose to, hey, Ron, did you ever think about going to VidCon? Somebody else said that to me the other day. I never heard of it until the other day, and I think you have to get invited to that. I don't think I could just show up, right? I think I'd have to be invited. So what I say is that I try to stay in circles where there's positive people. If I see people doing negative things, there's negative actions, I kind of just say to myself, I don't want to go there. So you're judged by the company you keep. And if you are hanging around people that are into like really not good stuff, you're going to get sucked into it. So that is one of the things that I choose. That's one of the things I choose to stay away from. You know, Tori Hartman invited you. Tori invited me where? Tori She invited me where? I don't understand it. Yeah, this is a drama-free channel, Hio, 100%. And all of you who know me, Trevor, you know the deal. I mean, Trevor's been around me for over a year and a half with Periscope, and Joey. I met Joey on Periscope. Great guy. He's a personal friend of mine. We've gone out to dinner and stuff like that. She invited me to VidCon. I never got the invitation, but if she did, that's interesting. I will go to San Diego and go to the Gas Lamp District. I'll catch a San Diego Padres game. I'll have a great dinner. I love that Gas Lamp District. It is beautiful there. Beautiful. I stay away from that stuff, Nick. I stay away from that. New York City Police Department, New York City cops in the department are the best in the world. Much impressed, very professional and close knit. Ross, you couldn't have said it any better. We are definitely close knit. We take care of our own. We take care of other departments, and we are always there for a fellow brother in blue. That's for sure. I can't go live without feeling violated anymore, says Maggie Horrigan. I don't understand that. Why? What's going? You know what? Don't elaborate about it here. Send me an email about it. I'd like to know what the problem is, Maggie. Not that I could fix it, but I'd like to know. I'd like to hear from you. But don't talk about it here. Can I say I'm from Cleveland? Did you ever read the book about Dean Martin? I cannot say that I have, but I probably should. Dorian, 1969. I missed the first part of your statement, so I see that you said you're not joking. Thank you for the respect to NYPD. I appreciate that. I'm just referring to Periscope. There you go. Gotcha. Ron, can you go to VidCon? You are a broadcaster. You can go to VidCon. You are a broadcaster, and all you have to do is register. It's in Anaheim, California. Maybe I will. When is it, Trevor? When is it? We will roll out the red carpet for Ron in San Diego. They're saying it's in Anaheim, so I know that's further away. I went to the Angels Stadium in Anaheim. I went to Anaheim Stadium. I went to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I love that stadium. It's beautiful, clean. I don't know you guys. Do what you do. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you, Hio. Thank you. Appreciate that. So what do we got? 115, 116 people. Let's see if I can invite some followers and see if we can get a couple more people into the party. Let me see if I can send out an invite onto WhatsApp. Randy Horton's crew. Let's get Randy Horton's 343 people to come on in. Let's see if we can get 343 of Randy's friends to come on in. And I'm going to invite on Snapchat. How about that? Woohoo! Snapchat. Let's do a Snapchat invite. Joey's inviting on Instagram. Look at him. He's adorable. Gotta love that Joey. Love that guy. I'm inviting the world. I'm inviting everybody. Let's see who comes to this party. Holy crap, I have so many people on Snapchat. It's not even funny. Half of these people, I don't even know who they are. It's kind of crazy, but true. I don't know half of the people. I'm just inviting them for shits and giggles. We'll see who shows up. I wonder where Dylan's been. I missed that guy. I wonder where Dylan has been. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I wanted to invite Kelly. So that was the first thing I wanted to do. Okay, that's it. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I know a lot of people, I lost a lot of people with that. You guys are getting to see my arm. Sorry about that. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back and look. Good night says at Gail. Good night. Good night, Gail. Good night, good night. My Snapchat is can you add me on Snapchat, DutyRon52 Paper Angel? Because that's too big of a name. I can't copy and paste that right now. Let me take a screenshot of it. All right, forget about it. I'll do it. I'll do it, Sonia. I got it, Sonia. I was going to ask you to request me. It would have been easier. But I got it. I took a screenshot of it. So I got you. I got you, girly. We'll do Snapchat, me and you. I sent you a message on Instagram, but you never answered me. So, boo frickety who to you. I sent you. You snapped me. DutyRon52 is my Snapchat. DutyRon52. Ron, I have a question. Were you on duty when John Lennon was shot? I was a cop from 1991. I was on patrol from 91 until 2001, so a decade. So I don't know what year it was that he was shot. Okay, Erica just added me. So Erica, thank you for adding me. I don't know what year he was shot in. I think it was before I came on. I think it was in the 1980. Yeah, so I'm not that old, brother. I'm not that old, brother or sister. I'm not that old. DutyRon52 is my Snapchat. It's not at DutyRon. Go to my website, dutyron@aol.com, and you will see my Snapchat and all my crap on there. All of my social is there. Be right back. I just went off and had a notification for you, and it looks like I was already subbed. There you go, honey badger. Awesome, awesome. I love it. So I was on duty for the World Trade Center attack, September 11th. Duty Ron, where has Nikki Mack been? I don't know. She's very mysterious, Nikki Mack. You know, she's a 26-year-old young married woman, and she's got a lot of duties. She's got a lot of wife duties to do. Hi, April. April from Periscope is here, guys. My good friend April. How are you, hon? Good to see you. Mwah. Hello, Pinay. Pinay. Oh, Paper Angel, Instagram. She just sent me an Instagram. Honey Badger, Joey, can you see the names of your subs? Am I on there? Honey Badger wants to know. Respect right back to you, Odds Brown. Thank you so much for that respect. Respect right back to you. Cheryl F. 1962 was better. I like 1964 because that was the year I was born. I like that. Paper Angel is laughing at me on Instagram right now. She's making fun of me. She's like, ha 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 ha, Duty Ron, I didn't see this message. Thanks for pointing it out to me. Ha 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 ha. So Paper Angel is now communicating with me on Instagram. So guys, I think we had a nice successful broadcast here tonight. I apologize for being disrespectful. Dorian, you were disrespectful? Can you please, could someone elaborate on the disrespect? I'm not sure what you said. I didn't catch the disrespect. I didn't catch it. Now I have to look into it. You just gave yourself up. So I'll have to go back and check. My name is Audrey. Good to see you, Audrey. Thank you, Odds. I like calling out the screen names, Odds. But now I know it's Audrey. So I'll call you Audrey from now on. You're live on Instagram now too? No. She's sending me direct messages and it's coming over on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying, Michelle? Bye, Joanna. Bye-bye. Good night. Good day. Good evening. She called you so fucking... No, she did not, Duty Ryan. Good night, Hio. Talk to you soon. Bye. I know he's not leaving, but I'll say goodbye to him. Bye, Hio. He's never leaving. He's not leaving. Winky whispered, she used the F word. She said you're effing cute. Oh, okay. That's not disrespectful. That's adorable. That's adorable. I don't take that as, that's not disrespect. She needs to get glasses, though. That's for sure. She needs to get glasses. So I'm going to refer her to an ophthalmologist immediately. He will take the compliments, says Maggie. That is for sure. I will take the compliments, but she definitely needs to go get her glasses fixed. You know? Thanks for laughing, Meg. You too, BB. I was 19 in 1980. There you go. Wow, Nikki. You're showing your age now. Holy sweet mother of Jesus. Look who's here, guys. I'm just about to end the show, and look who shows up. Fibro Girl. Kelly is here. Ron, how close are you to Yonkers? Pretty close. Pretty close. Hi, Denise. Hi, Denise. Bedtime. Good night, says Gene Frick. Gene, good night. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being in here. I want to just acknowledge, I'm not closing, I'm not ending the broadcast, but I want to acknowledge a special thanks to everyone who's given Super Chat during a broadcast. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. All my Super Chat people during this broadcast, just so you know, I greatly, greatly appreciate you. You're buying a Glock 19. After all of your poo-pooing of your Glock 19, now you're going to buy one. I want to let everybody know, as my way of saying thanks to everyone who has given Super Chat here tonight, everyone who has given Super Chat in this broadcast, I have leftover 2018 commemorative PBA cards. These are collector's items from the New York City Police Department detectives. Everybody who has sent me Super Chat in this broadcast, I'm going to mail one of these out to the house for you. As my way of saying thanks, all you have to do is provide me with your home address or P.O. box, and I will mail at 2018. It's expired, but it's a collector's item. One of these plastic, I have a whole stack of them here. I usually just throw them out. So I'm going to give them out as my way of saying thanks to all the people. I think it was 5 people who gave me Super Chat here tonight. So as my way of saying thanks, send me an email to dutyron at AOL, and I will, as my way of saying thanks, get you out a bunch. I have a bunch of these. So I even have one lucky person will get the 100-year anniversary from 2017. Look at Meg Lowe jumping on it. Megan's jumping on it. Thank you so much for the Super Chat, Meg. Thank you so much for that. Each and every one of you who give the Super Chat will get one of these cards. Just send me an email. Thank you, Adicor21, for the Super Chat. Send me an email at the end of the show, dutyron at AOL. I will send it out to you in the mail. I sent yours out already, Ryan. I don't know what's going on with that. You should have had it by now. So thank you to each and every one of you. And as you could see, at the bottom of the broadcast is a scrolling, the names of everyone who gave Super Chat are scrolling at the bottom of the broadcast there. So that's the scroll there. Cat in a Hat says, thank you, Duty Ron. Please send me my card, Cat in a Hat. Make sure you send an email. Thank you so much for that Super Chat. I greatly appreciate that. So at the end of the broadcast, hit me up on the email, dutyron at AOL.com. It's a ticker tape parade at the bottom. There it goes. It just continues. It's like a continuous loop on the Super Chat. So it's just my way of saying thanks. You have the 2017 one from Periscope. There's a 2018 and a 2019. I have both available. So good night, Dana. Thank you so much for coming in. Sweet dreams to you. There's the Duty Ron NYPD website. Go check out my website from the professionals at nypd.org. Hello, Debbie Mack. Good to see you, Debbie. Debbie Mack. Love and respect to you. How are you? So, guys, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you for checking out my website and also looking at the at my Patreon page. I greatly appreciate that too. Dorian 1976 seems to have a thing for you. LOL, says Sonia. It's okay as long as she understands I'm a married man and I'm not available. She can have a thing for me all she wants. I mean, I will always embrace a little bit of love, you know, a little bit of love. Joe Schmo is in the building. Joe Schmo has come full circle and came right back. Joe Schmo has come full circle. There you go. Guys, this broadcast is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Proud sponsor of the NYPD. Dunkin' Donuts. It's no longer Dunkin' Donuts. It's just straight out Dunkin', guys. They got rid of the donuts. It's just Dunkin' now. It's no more Dunkin' Donuts. They've changed the name to just Dunkin'. No more donuts. Thank you, Joey. Love and respect right back to you. Cheers. Cheers, Maggie. Maggie Horgan. Guys, my 28th wedding anniversary is coming up this weekend. 28 years. And I never had a fight with her. 28 years, guys. It's coming up. I'm showing my age right now. I'm married, going to be married 28 years this weekend. Yeah, they segued out the donuts part. They segued out the donuts part. It just says Dunkin's now on the cup. So, thank you. So we're gonna go to a restaurant, guys. We're going to a restaurant that we had our first date at. So I'm working doing executive protection. I'm at a private residence at my client, and he is tucked in to sleep, and I am just keeping an eye on things. I'm keeping an eye on things. That's all you need to know. Don't ask me anymore, Nikki. I've given you enough. I basically might have to put you in the witness protection program now that you asked that. I'm just kidding. So we're going to, that is great. Your wife has put up with a lot. She really hasn't put up with a lot. I've been nothing but loving and respectful of her. She's put up with a lot from the job. I know that's what you're insinuating. She's put up a lot with the job and the work with the police department. So, but yeah, so 28 years of marriage, and we're celebrating it this weekend. The very first restaurant we went on a date. So that's how we're going to celebrate our 28th wedding anniversary. On our 30th wedding anniversary, don't tell her, but we're going to go to Italy. We're going to Italy on our 30th wedding anniversary. We're going to Italy. So that's what our 30th wedding anniversary is going to consist of. Italia. We're going to Italia. Belinda, how romantic, Ron. Congratulations on your 28th anniversary to you and your lovely wife. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Winky, thank you for putting up Paper Angel ASMR's channel. She is adorable. I freaking love her. She is awesome. Everyone go check out Paper Angel ASMR. I didn't see what you said. I'll scroll back to get a good laugh at what. Let's see what she said. June 25th would have been 37 years for Gary and I. Oh, yikes. Deb, sending you a lot of love and respect and hugs and positive vibes. Positive vibes, hon. I didn't see what you said. I couldn't find your comment. I couldn't find the comment, so don't worry about it. Can I sneak inside your bag, and can you unzip a little bit to give me some food and drink? God, I love you more each and every day. Thanks, Ron. Your wife is a lucky lady. Thank you so much, Sonia. And your husband is a lucky man, and we are a lucky couple. So good stuff. Love you, dude, says Dorian, 1969. It was a very good year, Dorian. It was a very good year. All right, guys. So, again, everybody who has given Super Chat, send me an email. I have a little something I'd like to mail out to you guys. It's one of these commemorative 2018 New York City detective cards. I don't know if that's coming across good. Yeah, you can see that pretty good, I think. So it's a 2018 detectives card. I'll get that right out to you. It's my way of saying thanks to each and every one of you who have given Super Chat during this broadcast. Make sure you send me the email and write in the subject line Super Chat. Don't put anything else but Super Chat in the subject line when you send me the email. All right, guys? So this way I know what it is. Just email, Super Chat, address. Done. No love notes, no anything. Just email, subject, Super Chat, your name and address. That's it. Capiche? Don't ask for credit details. Thank you. Don't ask for my social security number. Don't ask for my firstborn. Don't ask for my, don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell. Camaro Pat Clemens coming in with the Super Chat. Love and respect for you, Pat. Thank you. Send me the email. Sully, when are we going to get together? I'm going to give you an advanced heads up, Sully. Day after tomorrow, not today, not Wednesday, Thursday, me, Joey Brooklyn, and Dutch Maz are getting together. We're going to have a boys' lunch. So me, Joey, and Dutch Maz are going to be going and having a boys' lunch. So we're going to do a broadcast on YouTube from an undisclosed location. We're going to go have a power lunch, the three of us, and you're welcome to come, Sully. So Matty boy, stop dragging your feet and get your butt in gear. Come and meet me, Joey, and Dutch. Thursday during the day, look for a broadcast from Joey Brooklyn _67, me, and Dutch Maz. Dorian 1969. Do you live in New York? If you live in New York, you're more than welcome to come. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. You can come and hang out with us. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Just if you come, make sure you bring money, because you're gonna have to buy us all lunch if you show up. You're gonna have to buy us all lunch. Congrats on your 28th wedding anniversary. Much love to you and your beautiful wife. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Only if Dutch does some Adam Sandler. He definitely will. Come on down, honey badger. Come on down. Duty Ryan, thank you for muting Hio, and now he's barraging me with Snapchats. I'm not even going to look at it, but he's now sent me 2 Snapchats, 3 Snapchats, 4 Snapchats. Camaro Pat, I just got your address. It'll be in the mail tomorrow. Check is in the mail tomorrow. Hi, Debbie. How are you, Debbie Barron? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. Pat, I got it. I just got your message. Can you unmute him? Because he's sending me relentless Snapchats. Joe Schmo with the thumbs up. Camaro Pat is communicating with me right now. Camaro Pat is communicating with me. So, guys, here it is again. The DEA 2018. It's expired, but it's a collector's item. DEA 2018 card for all, as my way of saying thanks to each and every one of you on the Snapchat. At Joey, I wish I were there for Duty Ron meetup. I got to get back there. You come back and you will be hanging out with us. You will be hanging out with us. Let's see what's happening here. All right. So, I know we got a lot of... does it get really windy out in New York, and what months are more windy? Joey, can you take that answer? Joey, can you answer Gamble knowledge? Because you would know better than me. Everyone is so friendly and nice and respectful. Thanks to all, says Honey Badger. This is how it goes. Ron, is Nikki Mack in here? No, she's not, Debbie. She's not. There's another Nikki that's here that you might be getting confused with Nikki Mack. She is not here. Nikki Mack is too busy for me tonight. She's got a busy schedule. More Snapchat coming in. It just keeps pouring in from here. This guy's killing me. Thank you, Pete. Thank you. I was 9 years old in 1969. There you go. Wow. Awesome. I have a thing for wind. It's too windy. I have trouble breathing. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's always windy by the water. It's always windy by the water. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. So I just finished my my coffee. So I'm gonna probably go make a fresh pot in my office. Do you have a P.O. box? Understand not giving your home address. I love to send you some Australian food. I do have a P.O. box. I do have a P.O. box, but I don't use it. I don't use it. You could send me an email. I'll give you my address. I'm not afraid to. I've been fighting crime my whole life. Do you think I'm afraid of some internet troll that might have my address? If somebody was to mess with me, it would not be a good day for them. It won't be a good day for you. So send me an email. You're welcome, Belinda. You're welcome. Thank you for the offer. That was very kind of you. I was born June 8th, 1969. So was my boyfriend. We have the same year as well. Except I was born exactly 1 hour early. He calls me his cougar. I love it. I love it. That's adorable. And I have the Ring doorbells. Yes, I have the Ring doorbells. Debbie Mack, Duty Ryan. Who muted Hio? Duty Ryan did. By mistake. He should be able to talk again. I think he got unmuted. Cheryl, an ophthalmologist. He's got a gun and chaps. We're not afraid. Yes, I do have a gun. I'm always packing. I'm always packing, guys. Joey Brooklyn. Duty Ron has a big heart and face the evil every day. He's not afraid of the devil himself. Correct, Amundo. I am not afraid of the big bad wolf. Dunkin' Coffee or Dunkin' for apples? Dunkin' Coffee. Dunkin' Coffee. I was 18 in 1080. In 1980? I think you wanted to say 1980. H. Wolf says, P.O. Box. That'd be cool. Could send you an embroidered police car or something. Sounds like a winner to me. Nikki says, my name is Nicole. There's a correction there, guys. Nicole is putting us all in our place. I knew it was 1980. I knew it. I'm getting the Ring doorbell with the 360 view and the spotlights. Winky, I can't say enough good about that. You know how I feel about it. Need some more Glock mags. I can send you some. Wait a minute. I don't need any more Glock mags. I got a ton of them. I got a ton of Glock mags. What state are you in? Were I working is hiring? At Kelly. Oh, she's asking for Kelly. Hi, Linda. How are you? All right, so I think I'm going to go. Nicole. I think I'm going to get out of here. Those of you who are new, who haven't subscribed, I ask you, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. If you're not happy after 30 days, you can unsubscribe. There's no shipping and handling charges. There's no restocking fees. Simply just unfollow if you're not happy. I think you will be happy with the channel. I think we do give a lot of good content here for you guys. I try to do the best that I can to be respectful. Welcome in from Connecticut, the great state of Connecticut. It's that's part of the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. What are your favorite TV shows and movies? Joe, I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't watch a lot of TV. Ron, stay until the sun rises. Okay, Joey, is that a message from Kelly? Yes, good night, Can Mom. Thank you so much for being in here. Kathy from Texas, my husband says our 2 labs are security enough. They're not enough. You need a pistol. It might be really late there in New York. It is almost 2 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kalo. Anybody wants to get in on a little bit of super chat before we end, I'll just leave the broadcast going for another 3 minutes. I am giving the commemorative DEA plastic collector's card to everybody. Remember, please, for those of you who have given, please send me an email with your address and just put in the subject super chat. So this way I know, because I got a lot of emails and I don't want to have to decipher through who did what. So just put in the subject line super chat. So this way I know. All right, guys. So Joe Schmo, good to see you. Belinda, thank you. Kat, I appreciate that. Winky Whispers, thank you for that important message about refraining from profanities. I greatly appreciate if everybody could abide by that and respect that. I really, I feel very strongly about the profanities. Please don't do it. Please don't send it in the comments. You too, Adcore. Thank you, 21. I greatly appreciate it. Winky Whispers, you are the best. Love and respect to you. Good night, Susan Walls, Matty Boy, Hio. Talk to you soon. Good to see you. I don't know what the hell you're saying. Again, I don't know what your problem is. Ron, please stay and watch the sun come up with Joey and I. You and Joey could watch the sun come up together, and you guys can hold hands. Night to those overseas. Have a good day. Yes, good night to everybody outside of the country. Good morning, good day, good evening, good everything. So at the end of the day, guys, I feel we had a really good broadcast. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good people, a lot of great comments, and I respect your time and I respect you guys all. So thank you for hanging in there. Always good to see you guys. Love and respect from Duty Ron to you guys. Go and follow Joey, BKLYN_67. Please, please, please follow my good friend Joey. Follow Dutch Mass. Follow Winky Whispers. Follow Paper Angel ASMR. I don't even know if she's still here, but follow her and all the great ones. Tori Hartman, another awesome female broadcaster. She is really, really a wonderful woman. So, guys, love and respect to each and every one of you, and I will talk to you soon. Honey Badger, why don't your kids or your wife ever come on and say, hey, bring home some milk and bread? Yeah, they don't do that. But my son does watch some of my broadcasts. So he does watch some of my broadcasts. All right, kiddos. I will talk to you soon. Love and respect. Good night from Duty Ron. Thank you for all the super chat. My Patreon supporters, all of my great people. God bless you all. Thank you, YouTube, and thank you, everyone, for your patronage. I appreciate the patriotism. I really love the patriotism from everybody. Support your military and your local law enforcement. Good night. God bless, guys.